Really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets calls in on this kind of board. Like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's going to have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't be a
I'm already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 14.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so Matt.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
But, all right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation.
That's pre-flop? I think it's pre. All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just do that.
All right, and register
I would
for-
fold in game though, for the record, in case that's for winning it.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14 game.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. You know what this means.
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it. You
So that's cool
filthy
because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know.
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. What up, guys? We're live for the study stream. I have no idea where Sixes is. He's vanished off the face of the earth, so here we are. Decided to kick it off by myself. How you doing? What's up, Monkey May I? What's up, Marlon? What's up, Contrast? What's up, Meatball? What's up, Matt? How y'all living? If you guys don't know, now you know. This is the PokerCoaching.com study stream. Exclamation point PC in the chat for you to sign up for free to get 20 free quizzes, big blind charge for 100 blinds or more, and some homework assignments. If you sign up for premium, then you will get, I don't even know how many, 1,700 or so quizzes, homework assignments, webinars, all sorts of good stuff. Make sure you get in there. Thank you for the Prime Scoop Show, Monkey Man. I'm sorry I didn't send out from last week. I was out of town last week for work, so things got a little backed up. I will definitely get it out today. I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub, Marlon. I appreciate you too. Check out your phone, Marlon. We've been blowing up your phone for days, and it's going straight to voicemail. We thought you might be dead. You sitting right there spitting the same spiel as you right this second? No. Is he? Is he live on his channel? Is that true? It is true. What the fuck? What the hell? Get your ass on the Zoom call, dick. We're both live separately. What the fuck? That's what I said. Communication, not so great today. Oh, well. Look who decides to show up.
What up,
What's up?
bro?
Just
I
not
didn't-
not reading Skype today, huh?
You hit me up at noon, and I thought you knew you were out of town. You absolutely griefed it, and like the communication side. I thought you were out of town,
That's funny.
and you didn't hit me up till noon.
That's
you
funny.
knew you were traveling, so I assumed you were.
What's
still
funny is
traveling.
I noticed
never
that you
told me-
changed the event details on Discord to just your stream.
bro. You didn't.
And when
see
I
me.
sent the thing, I actually just changed it back to multi.
Oh my god, griefing it.
Grief.
I'm not a C plus streamer. He's out of town. He didn't communicate with me until noon today, and he said he is traveling. Like, how can I know?
Ah, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing good, buddy.
I'm gonna have to fucking kill the stream and then rejoin so I can get the Zoom call working. So, oh well.
There's
I'll be
no
back
delay
now.
though, right? So it'll just be a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill this and then come back. So,
All right, cool.
I'll be back.
All right.
And now I'll still be on your stream anyway,
Yeah, it's cool.
and then I'll be able to use my video.
I'll fix the camera right now.
Jesus, man, I thought you were fucking traveling.
Yeah,
That's
I got back late last night.
crazy, bro. I mean, you didn't. Like, I just assumed you were gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could have had a vacation. I didn't even know you were here. Like, fucking. The audience was like, Sixes is on his own channel right now. I was like, no, he's not. Get out of here.
Jesus Christ, bro. I was like, dude, is nobody? I was like, nobody's in this fucking stream. From Toe's not here. Nobody in my stream is here. I'm just gonna end this fucker. I was just about to fucking end the stream anyway. I don't play that.
That's true.
Oh,
man. It's classic of Toe to fucking fuck up the stream immediately on go. It's true.
Yeah, he didn't even hit me up, bros. You guys have no idea how hard of a spot he put me in there. Hit me up right at noon.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry. My bad. What up?
Yeah. And then my OBS is crashing.
This is the kind of quality you get with this free coaching shit we're doing.
Yeah, it's all good. We're kicking it. We'll get it. We'll start eventually.
I waited till like 10 after. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I started the shit. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm opening up my OBS. What up? Holding these nuts out here, winning tournaments and acting like he's some kind of boss now.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats
I
on
like
that
to
ship
speak
again.
to the manager, he says.
I like to see. All right, there we go. I'm ready. I'm starting stream right now on my end. Both cameras are working. PC study stream, and we're good. All
We're
is well.
live for the Poker Coaching Studies Session stream. Exclamation point PC in the chat. Get in there. Poker Coaching, the keyword?
Live. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Poker
I
Coaching
guess.
is the keyword. Get
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. Get in it. Six and I are going to draw winners. We're going to get this going quick.
How long were you live?
Literally 30 seconds, but they're like, when everyone was like, what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? Where did this go? Yeah, it was so weird, man. Because he came back from vacation. That's the bizarre. It's so funny. We don't talk that much where I know his whereabouts at all times. So then
Yeah,
you guys,
when I'm out of town, I kind of become a ghost.
same for me. All right. Poker coaching in the chat. I got one in there. Near true goat unless he dips that and said, fuck this.
I got a couple.
Anybody else
too.
went in there?
That means I can get rid of this and this. It means I can close my second quiz window because we don't have to run it solo anymore. It would have been awesome if nobody said anything and you and I just ran solo for the day and didn't even know.
Yeah, you were both on separate streams and nobody said anything. You know what? They would have got a lot more giveaways doing it that way.
They would have got twice.
That'd have been a 5-head.
Y'all fucked up.
Response by the community. They'd have got double on both streams. You guys are C+.
Hey, double welcome, buddy. I'm glad you could make it.
What up, Raging Out?
You want to start picking a guy real quick, or a gal real quick, because we're late as fuck.
I'm fucking dead as fuck. I got nobody in it, so
But
I don't give a shit.
Get your asses into the multi-link. Give Sixes some love.
No, I mean, yeah, streaming is pain.
Streaming is pain. Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding. I love it. Dude, I fucking went 9 days in a row where you were gone.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was tough.
That's too much.
I was so exhausted the day after. I took a nap. It was like a 4-hour nap in the middle of the day.
Yeah. 9 hours or 9 days.
As someone who has streamed, yep, streaming is pain.
Can be. You know, it works both ways, right? Like, it can be painful if you're not entertaining to the audience, and it can be painful if the audience is just lurking and not interacting with you. It can be painful. I told you, my worst nightmare is having a single table, my lowest buy-in.
Oh, I quit those days now. I don't do that anymore. No more. Getting stuck in a crazy eights at 1K BB with 88K.
Yeah.
And it's your last one.
It's terrible.
Then you're supposed. There's no way in hell. I mean, dude. I guess I'm gonna roll it. It's near true goat. If you're here and you want to do it, you're in it.
Monkey May I go on for the double giveaway since I didn't give him away last week because I just ditched out and left town. Monkey May I, congratulations.
Let me actually. Hands up in the chat, near true goat, if you're here and you want to do it. Lester motherfucking Drugs comes through and it is yours. Unless near true goat was here first. Switching teams.
Oh shit.
You're just pulling me. You're saving me while I'm drowning. You're just pulling me out of the ocean. Thank you, sir.
What's up, Jerome? All right, I'm ready when you are.
Drugs stepped in first minute, saved it. So Drugs, carry me.
All right, let's do this. You have a quiz you want to pick? I had one lined up, but since you're here,
Go ahead.
I was going to do Tristan Wade way down at the bottom because I was trying to save the ones at the top for when we're together. But what about? Looks like we're pretty well caught up. So
near true goat.
Start at the top, work our way down. 940, 1680.
That's cool.
Go.
Cool. Wait a minute. Near true goat. Damn you. Let's let Drug step in if you don't mind, man. I mean, I do appreciate you being here, but it took a minute. Let's do this 940.
Cool. Let's roll it.
Here we have the glorious 9-4 offsuit in the big blind. Folds around to the small blind, who limps. I do not know who this opponent is, but we're playing a $10,000 tournament, so they're probably pretty good. Ooh. What should we do with the 9-4? Should we check, raise to 5,000, raise to 7,000, or raise to 13,000?
940 versus a limp blind versus blind. You can't fold, you're in the big blind. Sheesh.
Chop. Make the funny chop joke deep in the fucking 10K.
Womp, 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 womp.
Make the corniest joke of all time deep in the 10K. That's not. Hey, you want to chop?
Mix this as a monkey, may I? Really? I'm like 100% with my move on this hand, with this hand.
And Bane winning $5 to the winner.
Check. Outplay them posts says.
We're likely mix between check
7.
and raise. I'll pick raise though.
7 for Monkey May I, our man of the hour.
Near
7 for the meatball. I love how he says 7K. I hate this hand. It's funny.
Drugs going 7.
Cool.
We've been messing around in this spot a little bit this week, right, Drugs? It's a few big blinds deeper. We've definitely practiced some 40 big spots this week.
You're playing blind versus blind deep?
Oh, dude, we did everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, I mean 7 seems reasonable. I wonder if this is 100%, not 100% raised, but probably mixing 70-30 between some of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I assumed it was 7K drugs. I mean, you would never raise 13K. 5K
No,
is
five's
all
too
this
small.
deep. Yeah, we're just going to be giving them too good of a price and position here. But yeah, I would just go 3-5 here. A lot. Checking can't be a mistake. Of course not. It's 0 AV. You're going to be playing it in position post flop, and you can float and whatever, hit pair. But yeah, either one of these two options, 7 or check, seems like they're going to both be reasonable to me. Depending on how its opponent, like he said, he doesn't have much information. So yeah, I would just maybe mix in my head between 7 and check.
I'm 100% 7.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I would go this more. I would go this more than check, but I don't know if I would be just 100 versus some opponents if we've played to have some history. But yeah, 7K it is. Let's see what JL thinks about this.
Let's do it.
I think our only viable options in this scenario are to check, because we have a terrible hand, or to raise to a default amount of 7,000 or so. You may say, why in the world would we raise with the 9-4? Well, because that's what good, strong GTO poker looks like. Here is 80 big blind deep, big blind versus small blind limping strategy. We raise all of our best hands, of course, but then a smattering of garbage.
They're not.
And you see, the garbage that really likes to raise
40.
is right around this vicinity, where 9-4 hangs out. It's supposed to raise 44% of the time, which is a surprisingly high amount to most people. So I think you should definitely mix it up. I know in the past few quizzes I've made, I've checked a lot of these scenarios. And maybe that's a bit of a leak. You should definitely not check every time. Something a lot of people do wrong is GTO chart says check it 56% of the time. So they check 100% of the time. But obviously 56 is not 100, 56 is 56. So maybe I need to be raising in these spots just a little bit more often. We check it though. Flop comes 9-8-3. Opponent checks, as they will sometimes frequently do. It's tough to know what some players do in the spot because whenever I'm limping small blind, exploitatively, I am betting very frequently. But I know that's not the GTO play because out of position you're supposed to check a lot. But you know, if you think your opponents are going to overfold across the board, then betting's quite nice. Anyway, though, they check. Should we check, bet 2,000, bet 4,000, or bet 6,000?
Checks to us. What size we
That's
checking?
right,
what do we like here? Drugs is like 9 points. What the fuck? I know, right? Well, it should be just 10-10. This should just be a 10-10 situation, right?
100% should be 10-10.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't even realize it was a 9 until you said that, and then my heart.
Yeah, it should be 10-10. Yep. Near True Goat going 2K. Raging Al Snat went 4K before JL was done speaking. Cut him off to go 4K.
4K. Going through my chat.
We got 1 2K and a 4. And drugs in the tank.
Monkey Man going 4K.
Should be 54 or 46. Definitely betting. I'm not sure if 2 or 4K is rest. Probably 2. Jam if you have top pair. Duh. And a 10K, it makes perfect sense. I mean, live, I might pot it. 4K, good morning. Elise, good morning. Schwab, good to see you guys. Hold on these nuts. Some friends in chat, nice. Okay, cool. Drugs is going 2.
Monkey Man going 4.
I like 4 way better. I know 4 to feel 4. 2 feels like a real autopilot-y size, and I think in these spots, even in this configuration where the board texture can change on a lot of different turn cards, 6, 7, ace, king, queen, jack, 10. I think this is a situation where we want to go larger now. And and extract value from a lot of hands that can float. So I would just go for sure.
Yeah, I think the auto pilot 2 is what a lot of people do, but I think when we have top pair on these 9 high boards or like 10s and jacks on these 9 high boards, we tend to size up with those. The one thing that's got me slightly wanting to go smaller is the fact that our 4 kicker sucks, but
that makes me feel like we need more protection, a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, I could see. I don't think 2K is gonna be like, if we were looking at it playing it with the Saltburn, it wouldn't be a big mistake. Would it? It would probably be a correct move, but the EV would be close. So I think 4 feels good. Somebody said go pot it live. You know, it feels a little big, but I could see stuff like that. You might be over condensing the range by doing it though.
Yeah,
but,
pot seems like a bit much.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, we want to get called on some level. We just want to give a bad price and get some protection, right?
So let's go ahead and go to that's what Drugs is doing and see what JL thinks.
All right, let's do it.
I think we have a pretty easy bet with this hand. Hands that are almost certainly good, but very vulnerable to being outdrawn, almost always want to bet, and I think this hand very clearly falls in that category. So we're going to bet. The opponent's range connectivity on this board is pretty high, meaning they're either going to have a lot of pairs or hands with some equity, like an overcard or backdoor straight draw or front door straight draw with something like 10-6, etc. So I think we want to bet on the big side, either 4,000 or 6,000, and I definitely prefer 4,000. I think it's a bit of more of a standard play. The problem is as we bet bigger and bigger in this spot, you may result in your opponent folding out a lot of their total garbage that you kind of want to keep in. Like if the opponent wants to float with King 5 of diamonds, it's fine, right? And they may float King 5 of diamonds for 4,000, but they probably won't for 6. So I think 4,000 is a pretty nice size in this scenario. They do call. Turns a 7 of diamonds. Oh boy, King 5 of diamonds. Here we go. They check the turn. Should we check, bet 3,000, bet 8,000, or bet 14,000?
All right, guys, what are we doing?
What now? The 7 of diamonds on the turn. We are in position. How are we feeling? I can see that I'm fucking this quiz up, Jog says. Yeah, we definitely got to go bigger here. Just like a situation where it's going to change too much on the turn. We don't want to. We can get a lot of value from some of his range with the bigger bet. I don't think we're betting super frequently for small. 8K for Ray Janelle. First in the pot once again.
8K for Meatball, 8K for Monkey May I. 7, a little bit of a dangerous card, right? Connects with some stiff.
We got 8K in the chat. That's it.
Yeah, I got a lot of 8Ks. There's a 3K from Cap.
1 8K. Ray Janelle.
And that's it. Everyone else going 8K on my side.
Bane going 12 tells me exactly if I'm beat or not.
Yeah, except, well, I don't want to give it.
No, the Drugs hasn't went yet. All right, feels like we can get 3 streets here and turn brought in some draws. So either check or 8K seems right. I'd probably go 8K, I guess. 8K for draws.
Matt checking. Who is 7 better for or should be better for the caller, right? I'll give that. We'll talk about that in a second once we get all our answers. Lots of 8s, a check, and a 3.
Cool. Drugs went 8K.
Cool.
So did your guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's the right play. There's definitely no checking. We don't need to go larger. Betting 8K, although may occasionally and I guess infrequently we get check raised. I think it's going to allow us to make easier river decisions, not allow him to realize a lot of equity on the board this wet and feels lower variance. I don't know. I mean, if we check and then he bombs the river, on a lot of different cards. Yes, this is a marginal made hand, but I think I would always just bet here and not just check.
My problem here is that, like, we raise pre-calls, we size up on the flop, he calls, and now a connecting card comes in, and we have kicker problems. Like,
He would check raise all of his
betting
bets.
for value, but there's not a lot that's going to call. Like, we start to lose the 8, right?
10-8, Jack 8, 5-6. I mean 5-8. Since he's going to have hands like that, 6-8.
I mean, is 5-8 limp calling a raise? Suited.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's BBB. We didn't raise pre in this situation.
Oh, he actually checked.
Did we check pre? We checked pre,
raise, but he checked.
And it's a limp pot. So I think there's just too many combos we can still target that are second pairs. Pair with a backdoor straight draw we can get rather than check calling things like hell. But
I would be betting ace 9 and king 9, but I think this one I'm probably checking myself.
I can be convinced. I'm always going 60% here for value. So.
Yeah, but you're always so angry.
I'm not angry. It's just it feels like greed maybe. Just it feels like a value bet for sure. Like still, rather than a bluff catcher. Since I think a lot of it's better 9x with check raise at some frequency on the flop as well. So I don't know. Let's go 8K like Drug says and
let's find out.
When the opponent check calls the flop, our hand is very likely still good on the turn. While they could have 9-7, 8-7, 7-3, maybe Jack 10, maybe 10-6, maybe 6-5, they're going to have a whole lot of 8s and 3s in this spot, and just unpaired hands. So I think this is a pretty reasonable situation to bet again, and bet on the big side, with the plan on folding if we get raised. This is essentially being used as one of our worst value hands that wants a lot of protection. And for that reason, I think we want to bet either 8,000 or 14,000. Either play is fine. As you have more and more draws in the spot, you should be betting bigger. And in this scenario, we definitely have a lot of draws, right? Any Jack, 10, 6, or 2 diamonds is a pretty obvious draw. Even stuff like random 2 overcards, like King, Queen, that we decided to check it back, which should not happen very often, by the way. Notice King, Queen offsuit does not check very often. Maybe King, Jack offsuit. These are all hands that would... Well, King, Jack's a draw, right? I'd probably bet the King, Jack. But you get what I'm saying. This is a spot where we have a lot of potential draws. Therefore, I think we want to be betting big with our hands like this. So we do go 12,000. Opponent calls. River is the 8 of hearts. Should we check? Bet 12,000, bet 24,000, or bet 36,000.
Drugs, what you did was not a mistake. Like going the 8K on the, if you went 8K on the turn there, you did fine. I promise you, your like EV loss wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, you would not. It would be good.
Plays, it's fine.
No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, and I think if you were to run it as well, it wouldn't be that bad at all. Drug snap checks.
Oh, now he checks.
Now, okay. Now we're checking. Raging out 12. Reopens for 12. What else? Oh, shit. This is awful.
For the record, in the solver, it actually checks more than a bet 60-40.
On a turn?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I read it wrong. Hang on.
Okay, I was about to say, I mean, I'd have to see it with my own eyes, but okay. Blind versus blind is so complex.
My bad.
Okay. What are we getting paid by? All checks and Raging now trying to induce.
It is a 97% check on the turn in GTO Wizard. Now what?
Now what now?
Check.
All right, cool. Drugs only 12. I mean, I said drugs only 12. Drugs is checking. I don't think we get any value from betting here. Is Ace 8 really following there? Excuse me, a bluff that. I'm trying to fold out 10s. That is the great. Think about how the hand played. How is 10s even here?
Yeah, I know 10s would raise the flop. 10s would raise the pre-flop. Tens might even raise a
call.
turn. Tens would
Tens
raise
would be
some.
the trickiest player of all time. If somebody has tens here, they are the trickiest. It's live. I mean, you do see some wild ass shit live, some eye gouging, but this is the 10K. All right, cool. Drug checking, me checking.
Everybody check.
I am not opening the
And
action.
now you don't even beat the
here.
8. There's no reason to bet.
Yeah,
You don't beat the 8. You don't beat other 9s.
You don't get called by worse. What? I mean, 10-7? Yeah, I mean, no. Just no. Nope. Check. Better 9X are out there. Yeah, I mean, just check them and pray that he missed and we're good and we beat some whatever else he floated with. But I'm ready. We're checking.
Me too.
Let's do it.
The 8 is awful for us. At this point, if we bet, we're trying to get called by what? A 7? I mean, it's kind of hard for the opponent to have a 7, although they could. But even then, they're probably not going to call a bet. Typically on the river, when you're in position, you either want to bet something like half pot or bigger. And if your hand is not good enough to bet for half pot for value, then it should not be value bet. And I think that's probably where we stand when the river is an 8. Probably also when it's a 7, although definitely when it's an 8, because whenever they check call the flop, they are going to have a lot of 8s. And if the opponent's good, they are going to check the river with some 8s, right? The opponent could also easily be sitting here with a straight or a better 9 that's not going to fold, of course. So I think this is a pretty easy check back on the river, and I don't think any other option is very viable at all. You may think, why not bet tiny to try to extract some value from a 7? That's just not a good strategy from a GTO point of view against strong opponents. If you think your opponent's range is almost entirely 9s and worse, because they'd always lead with an 8 and they'd always check raise a turn with a straight or 2 pair or whatever, then maybe betting tiny is okay. But against good opponents, this is a scenario where check is the only viable play. Check. And ooh, opponent was getting frisky. I know I've mentioned it in a few of these $10,000 buy-in quizzes that I've posted recently that good players will check their strong hands. And we have not really seen it all that much. And you probably were thinking, Jonathan didn't know what he's talking about. Good players raise and re-raise their strong hands all the time, just like weak players. But no. They will get tricky and trappy and try to induce you to bluff, especially on draw-heavy boards like this. And you must be aware of it. But as your opponent's range contains fewer and fewer slow plays, then you get to go for thinner value. But on this particular run out, when the river's an 8, you cannot go for value with this 9-4. If we had like ace-9, it becomes more reasonable to go for a roughly half-pot bet, but not the 9-4 where you lose to every 9.
So let me ask you, what happens when we check the turn and he bets river? Like we just It feels terrible. Then you're.
I mean, the problem is like I don't think you can bet every top pair. You need to have some top pair in your check back range, and you tend to use the ones with the shitty kickers. If you're looking at GTO Wizard,
I would use the one with straight call
% check. But
hey, this is interesting in this situation.
Yeah,
it feels almost too. I know what you mean, though. Why you want to check the turn with some of this as well?
Yeah, and yes, Monkey Man, the solver does check the outside of position here. Given that we bet twice, they're going to expect us to bet a third time a lot. If they have a 9 here, would they be block betting? They're not going to block bet when we lead twice. They're not just going to block bet. Especially with an 8, because an 8's a bad one. In hindsight, fuck 9-4-0. No, just play it good.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to happen too often. You're going to have times where they call, check. I mean, they just check fold to a C-bet as well. Like,
yeah, the reason why we raise these junky hands the reason why we're polar is because these hands are going to lose almost regardless. So you start raising to try and take it down with a C-bet. Or when this Jack 10 misses, you actually get a decent pot from 9-4 now. Where before it would be mostly a losing hand. So, yeah. BVB, Poker's Lotto. No. It's just hard.
I got a keyword. Vegas is the keyword.
It was 1 point per check on the quiz. Oh, wait.
We got wrecked.
37 points.
We got wrecked.
Drugs just griefed it every which way possible.
He came over here and griefed the mafia and then just dipped back to the army.
We'll blame that one on Casey. Casey played that hand, not
high-fiving the boys over there. I should have just gave near true goat.
Oh, wait. You guys are putting the keyword and I haven't changed it yet. I'm sitting here shooting at 6s with 6s because I missed it. Hang on a second.
Yeah, new keyword is Vegas. I booked my trip to Vegas, guys, as well.
Saw that. Yeah, I saw that too. Give me a sec, guys. I gotta change the keyword. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. All right, ready to go.
Keyword is Vegas.
For those of you guys that you did win, Monkey Math, you smoked jugs. For those of
we got a
you,
33.
Contrast, Jerome, B Money, Kep, Doubled, Meatball, you guys all got to put it in there again. Schwab, what up?
In general, people will respond worse. The solver so rare should be better with junk pre. True. Overfolding, not defending wide enough, overfolding some of the middling hands, even maybe some guys folding suited hands. To that, if you ever see that, you could just over ISO, right?
Yeah, just keep raising.
Yeah. What up, Frosty? What's up, boss? How you doing today, man? Good to see you. Vegas trip is booked for the 24th. I get out there. I believe the tag team is the 26th. You ready, Toe? Nice 12-day hour, no breaks for you. We need you, okay?
Yeah, I think it's
Just
the only
kidding.
thing I'm going to end up playing this year, I think, when it's all said and done.
Really?
I mean,
The shit is...
I don't want to get into this controversial topic here on the stream, but everything I see on my post is got COVID, whoop, got COVID, whoop, out 2 weeks, got COVID. And that's just the people I'm following. How many thousands of people am I not following? This shit seems like a cesspool to me right now.
I know. I was thinking the same. I mean,
Like
that regards.
everybody, Waxman, Helmuth, like all these people just posted up COVID.
yeah, it
COVID.
seems like they loosened up that protocol for the dealers, and dealers are out there dealing to people sick. It seems like
That,
something
and I
like
was
that's
over
going
there-
on. What the fuck is going on?
2 weeks ago before I left town, and like nobody's wearing a mask. Like everybody's out there just
I know. I was thinking like if I should go out there, like
Just
still be
raw
that
dogging
cat. I don't know. Nah.
I'm gonna be in there with a mask, gloves,
I had it 6 months ago.
slick
so.
down head to toe in
I've
Purell,
already you gonna walk in a hazmat suit,
slimy. But I promised 6 that I played a tag team, so I'm in for that.
Yeah, rock the N95, super hard on the hand washing, get out
Yeah.
the building.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready to roll it whenever Vegas.
Cool, we gotta pick a quiz,
so
too.
Yeah, let's pick a quiz and then we will roll it. Give me a second. It usually
Beats winning it in my stream. You just want to do 1674 with Affleck?
Yeah, that sounds good. Can't be bad. The 5 diamond Bellagio 10K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to think about. I already booked out, so I mean, I got to play the main, I think, but
Balance says he just got COVID too. Yeah, man, everybody.
oh, for
Any Brock
fuck's
Wilson
sake.
quizzes available yet? No, he just got announced, so he's probably making them right about now, which means we'll probably see them in a month or so.
Well, I mean, he may not even be. I mean, let's hope he's making quizzes. Not all the guys make quizzes. Some of them are just doing webinars and stuff like that. So we
He's
don't
got
know if he.
a video series coming out that's really good. We saw.
Yeah,
this-
like he has webinars and video series and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But not all the guys, man. Like Jaffy doesn't have any quizzes, unfortunately. You know.
Yeah.
Double gloves. All right, cool. I am ready to draw it, and we can do the quiz right after.
Cool.
Why does it only say-
Beats ready for us. You ready?
Yeah, fucking I'm ready.
All right, let's play it.
Oh no, I didn't pick.
Oh, let's
Oh,
not
near
play it.
true goat. Don't do it. He won. He was supposed to win the first time, and it is all right in the universe. So I'm ready now.
All right, let's play it.
All right, in this hand we have King 9 of clubs. We're in early position, playing 40 big blinds in the Bellagio $10,000 World Poker Tour event. Should we fold, or should we raise to 2,300?
All right, King Queen suited, early position on 40 bigs.
King Queen suited. King 9 suited,
What
right?
did I say?
You said King Queen.
Oh, King 9 suited. That's
Oh, I
good.
thought you were doing the wrong quiz.
That's
I
a
was
good
like,
hand too.
oh man.
Sorry, I haven't touched poker in a week, and now I can't even read the cards.
Oh shit. So crazy. I had no idea you were gonna be here today. That's wild.
Raise early, says Beats. Open, 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 open. No folds here.
Where to fold?
Where's the army knits? Who's folding?
Flat out of position. You can't flat your first in.
We could limp.
Oh, you mean limp? Not even an option.
Nope.
Yeah. Guys, I have 2 kids' birthday parties back to back after this. Pray for you, boy. Open, of course. All right, cool. Near true goat opening toe.
Everybody open. Everybody open. There isn't a single person not opening.
We're all good enough at the game to just find this open now. So let's do it and move on.
I think it's
ready?
7x here, right? 7x suited. 8x first position, 7x second position, I think.
Well, just maybe. Maybe King 7. But if you're not comfortable, King 8, King 9. I think King 7 might be mixing, and then King 8, King 9.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Pure raise here. This is a type of hand that I see a lot of people miss in their opening ranges. We're even opening like King 8 suited. Suited Kings.
Not when
really
it's your
strong
money, buddy.
hands from all positions. And so, yeah, this is just a pure open raise. You're going to be making money open this hand. Decent reg on the button calls. Big blind calls. 10-9 deuce. 2 hearts. No club. Should we check? Bet 2,500. Bet 5,000. Or bet 7,000.
Tom Madison, thank you for the follow.
Wait a minute. Is your scoring thing messed up? It says 4 points, and then we get 10 points.
No, it just says 10-10.
Mine says 4.
Oh, you might have to refresh it. Remember we had that
I'm
one
not
card
doing
last time?
that. Yeah, we'll just keep it, guys. It'll be fine. It's 10. We'll just calculate it right. I'm not refreshing it. For some reason, it just griefed us. Fuck it. We can count.
Check in the middle for beats. Check for Monkey May. Check for GP. Check for Meatball.
Check. Anybody betting? Any bets?
Checks
Check
across
for
the
bang.
board for the Army.
Near
Check,
true
check,
goat
check.
check.
Contrast betting, 2,500 in the middle. There's one. Balanced range betting, 2,500 in the middle.
Yeah, So City, Dro City was good. 5K in the middle. 2.5K for Felice. I believe that's it over here with the man of the hour. Go ahead and checking this board.
Yeah, my beats checking as well. Mostly checks. Couple of bets here.
Yeah, I am never ever betting here. I don't think.
Never, ever betting. Are we betting for value? We're in the middle. When we get called, what the fuck are we gonna do on the turn?
The money feels torched. When
This
you
hand
actually
connects
get
with the guy
called.
flatting in the back seat on the button quite a lot. Like, yeah.
Heart draws. Is your king gonna be good? It better not. 2 pair boats. Flush draw, straight draws. Better. We're in the middle, out of position to a player. I'm just pure checking here.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Slacker. Kep says 2,500. Stop pure checking these spots. Go 25%. Here's the problem, Kep. It's the hand selection, right? Like, I don't think we 100% check in the middle. If we have ace 10,
No.
we should be betting here. But like, when you have top pair, good kicker, you should be betting here. But like,
Middle
not
pair?
second pair.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not saying like entire
Yeah,
range.
you're turning a
but
9 into a
second-
bluff.
I mean, this is second pair. Like, I mean, I imagine if we ran this every time, even for multi-way, second pair in the middle has to be a check, right?
I'm betting so I can get one of them off the hand. Don't want to get a free card, 2 players on a coordinated board. The problem is that when you bet and get called now, you bloated the pot, you're out of position. You may have dropped 1, but you're still lost on the turn. You're still capped. You're still in trouble. Yeah. Like, showdown value. Showdown value is a thing.
Yeah, what I mean, even if you get the big blind to just call, the big blind's gonna just check call some 10x and some strong hands, and then you're indifferent on a lot of turns with second pair. And then if you do check twice, you allow them to realize the equity, and they bet small. Are you calling for value, calling bluffs? It just becomes such a complex situation. Taking that line, it feels like. So
Ace King
I mean,
of Hearts, I would probably bet that one too, Monkey Bear.
you can check. I mean, but if you wanted to mix check there, that's perfectly reasonable as well to balance when you're checking all these times. So I'd probably check that as well. Like if I'm checking a ton of my range here in that spot, a hand that strong, I'd probably decide to check that as well. But let's go ahead and check.
We're checking too. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Reasonable
9.
flop for our under the gun range. We're gonna have ace 10 off. We're
Never
gonna have king
betting
10
this.
off.
This is cool.
I'm gonna have to
don't
run
really
this one.
Actually, we have
No
queen jack
shot.
off.
You
I
can't.
think that's going to
Sure I
mix
can.
a little bit. Like king jack off
Yeah,
has
simple 3.
course I
overcard.
do.
Ace jack has
Oh,
overcard.
GBT.
Queen has overcard. But some of them will have a
It's only
heart.
40.
Obviously, we have the overpairs, which are really strong here. Not like a range bet by any means here. This is like probably like a 50-50 bet frequency, and this hand's kind of right in the middle.
Beautiful.
I think we can bet for value here. I think we can check. Both options are well. I would mix here. This is like your stone kind of mix type of hand. You want to bet sometimes to get value from like 3s through 8s, ace highs. You get a little protection from like, ace 6 of spades and stuff instead of letting them get a free card off here. A lot of whether I would bet or check here depends on the button and how aggressive they are. If they bet a lot in position, I'm going to check more to bluff catch. If they are very passive in position and they don't raise enough in position, I'm going to bet
I
more
can see
often.
that.
So I think both checking and betting 2,500 are fine. I think most people are too passive in position, and so I think the bet 25 option is probably slightly better than check, but checking is a very, very good option too.
Police.
I did check.
Beast.
Opponent bets 3,000, about a third of the pot. Back to us. Do we fold? Do we call? Do we raise to 9,000 or do we raise to 15,000?
So City, Joe City, this is Matt Affleck, longtime coach for poker coaching, high stakes, live, online tournament player, crusher, longtime player, man, beast. But
Friend and all around
Affleck.
good guy.
Yeah, he's cool as hell, man.
He hired
Wonder
me.
Hardest.
I haven't told anybody this, but he hired me to be his, like Spider-Man. I'm his man behind the computer. During the series, he asked me if I could run all his hands.
Sure.
Hit me up a couple days ago. Said, oh, shit. Fuck yeah.
Go time. Call. That's very interesting with the concept of betting in the middle here because, we had that phase where we were running a lot of these spots in the middle and they wanted us to overwhelmingly check a lot. And I know even when we're heads up, we would check in the middle with second pair at some frequency here, but maybe having the king as well as a blocker is reasonable to bet off and not put ourselves in tough spots. So I don't know, man. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I love finding it. You know me. Oh, I can bet a spot. That's awesome. Let's mix it in.
Yeah, I think this one mixing is all right, I guess. I just think, I think it's all right.
Yeah.
I think it's the bottom, though. Like, when we open Jack 9 suited here, I don't know. Well, Jack 9's got the gut shot. Maybe that's about what I'm trying to think.
And another blocker to blocker to Jack 10. You can turn some straight draws.
Sure.
Fold out some of those hints, like he says, has equity. I don't know. It's kind of cool. We have to talk to Matt about this since we're friends. Raise 9. I don't want to see any more of this. Check. Raise is strong to a bet in the back seat. So Bane wants to check raise. Everybody else calling.
No, not in game. I can't run things that fast, especially like three-way pots.
This is awesome. Guys.
He's just focused on playing poker every day and doesn't have time to run his own shit.
Yep. All right. We are just calling here.
We are just calling here as well.
Really interesting perspective here with Bane check raising. I don't necessarily hate it. It's kind of interesting, right? If he's just betting pretty wide in the back seat using this as a check raise bluff, I could be open to it. I would probably find myself just calling here almost every time, but being open to a check raise, I wonder if it's reasonable. What are you doing here, Toe? You ever check raising this? Or are you mostly
Not this
calling?
one. Fuck no.
No, I mean, we have so many better combos we can actually go with, right? And we want to be... Check raise is interesting, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my internet's...
But all the draws get to continue, right? But the draws get to...
all draws get to continue. Like, again, are we raising for value? We're raising as a bluff. I don't really want to turn a hand this good into a bluff, and I don't know that I'm getting called by much worse. And then when I do check raise here, there's so many turn cards that I'm not quite sure how to proceed in a now bloated pot out of position.
Yep. I mean, I would always just call here. I would just try to keep an open mind to other options, which seems could be reasonable. But yeah, I mean, I would just call every time. Let's see what Matt thinks and if he ever suggests check raising to bet in the back seat here ever. All right, let's do it. We're calling.
Cool.
Pretty simple one here.
Cool.
Folding is the worst option. I think this is just a very, very clear check call. We don't have a lot of backup to improve with. We beat a lot of the bluffs. We're like way ahead, way behind. Not necessarily way ahead, way behind, because like you can have ace-5 of hearts or something that we're not way ahead of. But like this player could be bluffing, starting to bluff with like pocket threes. They could be betting like, you know, a jack-9 or a 9-8 suited for value. I think this is just a clear check call. Not much to talk about here. So we do call. Turns to 7. We're going to check to the aggressive here in position. We don't have a lead. It's not like a high card for us. And we face a kind of beefy bet. 10,000. Should we fold, call, raise to 21,000, or go all in?
Mommy. 60%. Neutral to call. Call. And then what?
Something to keep in mind that we found out the other day is in multi-way pots as middle position, there is no... I'm not quite sure what you mean there, double.
I feel like he's got plenty of draws. Mm-hmm. And as
Marlin
you said,
running, Meatball running.
People running. Marlin running, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he says, I think I'm done. Seen enough. Out of there. In game, I'm ready to bust. You run him in a jaw. I feel
Double
you,
call
man.
here.
I love that heart. All right, cool. Near true goat calling.
Beats folding.
Near
Hashtag knit lives matter.
Near true goat calling. All right, well, what are you thinking here?
Oh, double says multi-way when you're in the middle, there's only calling or folding. There's no raising for the middle player. Really? I'd like to test that theory, but that is interesting. Cap out.
Cap is out of there, Eric?
Yep.
Woo-wee. How about
Toes
you?
out.
Toes gone as well.
I mean, I don't know that the solver is necessarily going to fold here, but I'll tell you against the player pool when they bet twice on this board, and the 7 came in, which is another connecting card, and it was multi-way. So heads up, I'm never folding. Multi-way, this guy bet twice after we floated multi-way on a bad card game. I'm out.
This feels
Deuces.
too good to fold, does it? I don't know, man. I don't call enough in these spots for us to say it feels like we need to call, but I mean, a good reg's definitely just going to barrel twice. A lot is a bluff as well. So I don't know. I mean, unblocking, some jaws and stuff. Everything in my body's telling me to call.
I think the solver's going to call here more than people think.
Everything in my body is telling me just to call. Like, you have to call here and then maybe fold to triple on some of the worst rivers, and some blank run out, you just fucking have to call it off versus a good reg without getting exploited. Like, it's just that simple. But I don't know. I mean, I would probably find a call here more than I find a fold. And I don't know. In game, fold and call myself a nit bitch. Bane says fold as well. We can just be completely dead. We can just be completely dead. We don't have much visibility to better equity either. Kings.
He's got a hand like Queen Jack or something. King is not good. I'm not sure if it could be a heart or not.
That's why you like have to have to call off on like a 3 of diamonds or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just would have to call off. But let's go ahead and snap call like my man Near True Goat. I respect it. Even if you're wrong here, I respect it. Let's do it.
All right.
I love it.
Really
Let's
tough
go.
spot here. And this is the difference between a
He's
heads
dead
up
against
pot
player pool.
and a three-way pot. And so even though the turn is heads up here, we need to pay attention that this was a three-way pot on the flop because it affects the betting ranges and it affects the defending ranges. So if this was a heads up pot versus the button, they bet the flop, we call, now they barrel the turn. This is 100% a call.
100%.
In this three-way spot, though, because ranges just get a little more tight, we fold more on the flop to their bet because they're betting under 2 people, and we can continue with a tighter range. Therefore, we have stronger continues here. We can be more selective. This hand mostly folds now on the turn. I actually ran this in a three-way solver because I was very curious. Because I originally looked at this in a heads-up just sim because I didn't have the three-way sim, and it was a pure call.
Oh, yeah, I would pure call heads up.
Now, in the three-way pot, this is like an 80% fold and 20%. Like, this is the worst hand that we call with.
Oh.
But it's really, really close. Because Queen 9 calls a lot. And so they're bluffing with a lot of King X. There's some blocker stuff going on.
Jack,
But, like,
King,
if we have
Queen.
Jack 9, there's no chance we fold here. But, like, these Queen 9, King 9s are really, really close. And it depends really on the barreling strategy or opponent. But I think folding is going to be the best option. Calling is reasonable. But...
Woo!
Very player dependent. The call can get bad really quickly if your opponent does not barrel the turn enough, which is true of a lot of people. But also, like, they need a barrel for value here wide enough too. So some people don't value bet wide enough here either. So I folded here. I thought it was really close. Tough spot.
Even Affleck folded in game.
What did he give the fold?
5 points.
Call was a 10. Even after his old explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting, right? But I mean, heads up, it's always a call multi-way. We're just
Heads up, like I said, I was always calling heads up.
Oh, I mean, heads up, you're just snap calling. Easy. Sweet. 39, and it looks like it changed our score back from on the pre-flop or flop when it was a 4 or whatever. It did catch up and get it right, and we have a 39.
34 points for us. You got us this time. The river fucked us.
Near True Goat. I love it. Be fearless.
I did click fold, GP, because Beats was our player of the moment, and he folded.
Beats. 2 weeks, my friend. I'll see you in under 2 weeks. 13 days, I'll be in Vegas. Cool. It's a new keyword. Do you have one?
It's the blocker qualities the J and the Queen have is all the straight draws and stuff. Plus, you have a pair and a gutter, so you have more equity.
Near True Goat. Congratulations again. Make sure to whisper me, and I'll ship you ACR or PayPal or something.
We don't block Queen Jack. We don't block Jack 8.
Way to represent, my friend. Good shit. Be fearless, baby. Good job.
Yeah, there you go, Monkey Bear.
Cool. Let's go to quizzes, and then we'll pick another keyword as well. You love to see it. Oh, you got a keyword in mind, Tom?
No.
Fried chicken disaster.
Let's do WSOP.
WSOP.
Matter of fact, there's a new quiz from Tristan, the 3K6 Max. I think it says
Maybe
WSOP 3K6 Max. Could that be current? I don't think it was an online 3K6 Max.
Could have been. I mean, unless it's a year old, which is slightly false. I doubt they're that old, right?
It's got to be new. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we'll check it out. I mean, maybe he'll give us some pretext into when it was
All right,
and
let's do
whatnot.
1678.
Oh yeah, 1678, Ace 4 of Hearts. He has 2 back-to-back there, which is cool. WSOP in chat. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and throw the Discord link in chat for the Poker Coaching Discord. A lot of people hang out, share hands, share sweats, share big scores. Check out the Discord. Bang. There we go. Get in there. all kind of giveaways, free opportunities to get better, ask me anything. Every
Did our
Thursday we have a
potential
study
guest
group.
for the AMA ghost you when we asked him for a date?
Mm-hmm.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker.
But I mean, that potential guest,
I know where he
I can
lives.
I know where that potential guest lives. So, and yeah, I will see that potential guest every Sunday.
That reminds me,
can't
since we're
escape
waiting
the
for stuff, are you crashing at my place the first day you get here? I know I'm picking you up, but I don't know where I'm bringing you.
Your place, if you don't
Oh,
mind.
cool.
That's cool.
I don't care.
I mean,
Door's always
Justin doesn't care either.
Yeah. Door's always open. It's just up to you.
I mean, I don't have any plans that first day. I mean, I get in early enough. I'm used to getting in red eye at fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah, you're getting
So it's
in
gonna
a
be
good
weird
time.
to get in at a sweet time. Yeah.
I have not played with the ICM Raiders as GTO Wizard yet. I haven't touched poker in a week. I was out of town working crazy style.
Yeah, I've been playing with it nonstop.
With the ICM
right, let's
stuff,
do it.
do you play the ICM Rangers yet?
No.
They just put an upgrade in for final table ICM Rangers.
Well, I'll be here tonight playing with that.
Yeah.
Dude, I only have one person in this. Bane, you win. Bane, you win. I'm not as
Beat
popular
money
as
on our
GTO.
side.
Bane, you're in it. You did it. We're gonna do 1678.
1678. Ready.
Let's do it.
What's up, PC community? Tristan Wade here, your coach, with another quiz from the 3K6 Max. In this hand, we get to play a 3-bet pot in position deep. You love it. So what does that mean? Well, that means the action folds around to us on the button. We got the ace-4 suited. We raisey daisy to 2K. And the small blind says, oh, that's not enough. I'm making it 9K. And I say, oh, okay, well, I got 100 big blinds and an ace suited from the button in position. I'm calling, baby. Well, am I calling? Maybe. What are we doing here? Are we folding? Are we calling?
What just happened?
Raising to 20,000.
Feeling himself.
I think Tristan was drinking when he did this one.
Feeling himself, bro.
We're calling. Wait, are we calling? What are you
one,
doing?
baby. Said, I wish there was some tagging in that Discord. I have no idea the skill level. It's not about the skill level of the people responding. You take the perspective, right?
Not
And
only
you
that,
only
but
listen-
six designer in
listen to
there
coaches.
almost every day, so you learn real quick. And
I'm not. Yeah. I don't do the hand histories as much. I've been busy as shit.
I'm in there
I'm
almost
there for
every
the
day,
Thursdays.
and so you can get that. Luis Felipe, another great coach in there. So there's coaches in there. Anyone
But
with
you
a
got
coach
me-
tag, they have coach tags.
But you get me for on Thursday for 2 hours straight.
That's true.
Yeah. Cool. What are we doing here? Call. He said 3-bet. What are you doing here, Bane? I mean, it's also a suited ace in position. Damn, he was hyped for this.
All right. Oh damn, 6 minutes. Call. Pure call. Ace 4, Ace 5 does love 4-bet. Call. Who won the giveaway? B Money. I think that means you're calling, right? B Money, based on your comment there. Yeah, call. Cool. He's going with the Freudian slip from the pre-conversation that homeboy put up there. We're calling. Wait, are we calling? You are right. Those ace 4s and ace 5s tend to be our 4-bet bluff sometimes.
Bane just calling.
We are calling as well.
Yeah, unknown aggro. Clicking it back in position to 20 and getting jammed on and calling it off for 100.
No, you can't call off.
Nope. So just call. Unknown aggro.
I
More
always
likely
call
to-
here in game. That said, I do know that these hands are the 4-bet hands, the 4-bet bluff hands. But I think against unknown aggro, it's better to try and play a pot with them in position and let them spew off. I think
I mean, you're gonna make
than to
it
bloat the pot
20K.
pre and just take it down. No.
What? He's going to be unknown aggro is going to be likely to 4-bet jam, 5-bet jam you or whatever as a bluff, and then what? You're going to end up torching this.
Yeah.
I mean, unknown aggro is not going to be the kind of guy that just overfolds. He's probably going to be a little bit more likely to jam on you. So let's call. You ready?
Yep. That's it.
All right, students, don't mind me. I'm getting a little excited talking poker and getting ahead of myself.
Getting a little
You
excited.
got this answer wrong. Well, I won't beat you up too much about it, but calling is the play here. Folding is not an option. We're deep stacked. We have a suited ace in a spot where we're going to be raising a lot of trash, so we have a pretty good hand. We're also up against an unknown aggro who's 3-betting out of position, who could have, whatever. Fine, so that all those reasons make us want to call. What hands would we want to re-raise to 20K here with? I would say our strongest range if we didn't want to slow play. 20K isn't the best sizing here this deep. I probably am going to go more 25K. I would really only click it back to 20K, maybe with like the top of my range or some weird bluffs like some like King 4 suited, something that I didn't want to play in position. But the more or less the rule here is our 4-bets are going to be our best hands. We're not really going to have some 4-bet bluffs unless we really think this person's out of line. This is just such a good spot for us to call and play in position regardless of what we have. And then if we did have a top hand, we could for sure put in more money. But nonetheless, this is an easy call spot. So they check, and we got this beautiful flop. I mean, ace high with hearts. We got top pair with the nut flush draw. What do you think we do here? Do we check? Do we bet 7K or do we bet 15K?
Flopping worlds. 20K in the pot. Some snap checks in there. Bane in near True Goat checking. Belize laughing at it.
Look at Poker Rangers. We call 80 and 60 bets. We shove at 40. Do I ever shove at 40 with ace 4 suited? I probably missed that one.
Nope. I mean, I do. I mean, yes.
I probably missed that
ace
one.
4, ace 5. Ace 4 is like the one that's like...
Yeah, ace 4, ace 5 are usually the ones that
GG.
they go with. Check. I think I would check. Bet 7K. 15K. Check. We got all the answers.
Interesting.
We can't check raise. Jeff Lowe, we are in position. 7581 Dan, thank you for the follow.
Deep, but just
says 7K. I would check with better kicker, but the small kicker here, bet 7K. His 3-bet range is strong, so we could have a better raise. 15K, fuck this guy.
Army is wild.
By the way, I think instead of saying fuck, we should quack every time.
Oh, like Ignition did it.
That video had me rolling laughing. Quack. Quack. This mother whack had a 4. Quack this guy. That's right, Contrast. 7K. Lots of people betting. Lots of people.
Yeah, Bane is checking.
What's B Money doing? Where's B Money at? B Money is checking.
Seems like a pretty cool spot to check right now. He doesn't see bets. Are we going to be able to get 3 streets from his range? Are we really happy getting check raised? Does he turn hands into bluffs on future streets? We get to play in a position. He's an aggro, so he might bluff off on turn and river.
We don't need any protection.
Worse. We don't need any protection or anything like that, but we don't also necessarily get 3 streets of value at the same time here either. So I would probably just use this hand as my checking range, help balance my checking range from the other times we have like king, queen off and stuff like that, or, some of the other hands we call a 3-bet with and have completely whiffed. This is nice to mix in there as a check as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. And someone said something about betting the smaller kicker and checking the better kicker. That's actually backwards. You want to bet the better kicker so you can get called by worse ace-x. In this one, he could still have some better ace-x, even though he's supposed to c-bet it.
Like if you just call with ace-queen here, you probably use that.
Yeah, I would use ace-queen for sure, I would bet. For value. For
Ace-jack, if you looked at it, to probably use our best ones and then our middling ones and our worst ones. And don't need protection because we're not going to get 3 streets as from worst ace-x is check. So check for me as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if Tristan wants to bet here to start building the pot this deep. Have not studied the pot at 100 bigs deep, so who knows, right? Maybe there's a bet at this stack depth. So let's see what Tristan thinks and go from there.
Cool. Checking. Cool.
Yep, checking here as well.
All right, this is one of those hands and one of those spots that I feel people can screw up. And the reason why I feel like people screw this up is because I feel like they look at this flop, they look at their hand, and they jump with joy. Yeah! Yes! Top pair, flush draw, let's go!
Tristan, all kind of hyped up on this quiz.
Bro,
that is a mistake.
I need this shit, whatever he's got before the WSOP.
We are up against a 3-better, 3-betting range. Fine. We have top pair, we have the nut flush draw. I've said that. We just have a hammer lock on this hand. We are either way ahead or way behind. We are either crushing, like, if they got kings or queens or jacks or tens, they have 2 outs, if not maybe 1 out. If they have a better ace themselves, then we have good equity moving forward. So this is one of those spots where I think, instinctively speaking, people just get wrong because they just feel like, oh my god, my hand's so huge. Now, maybe if we had like an ace-10 of hearts or an ace-jack of hearts, we could mix in some more bets. But still, I feel those same principles apply. Like, our hand's so huge, we can just check it back and kind of really trap here. So, trapping's the best play, without a doubt. Checking here is best. If you did want to bet small of 7,000, I gave you 3 points, and betting 15,000 just really shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't really ever have big bets. So, kind of a tricky hand if you haven't seen this stuff before, but definitely should check that. Turn is a 5 of spades, and now our opponent bet 16,000. Okay, what should we do now? Should we fold? Should we call? Or is this the chance to spring our trap and go all in?
It's one of those things, too, like on the flop, if we start putting a bunch of chips in 100 bigs deep on this flop, we're beat.
I mean,
we're beat with good equity. But we're beat.
Or he could be using something with it. He could honestly. What if he had Jack 10 of hearts? Just tried to do that. I mean, there's some it's miserable. Have that in good shape. Call. Damn, go all
Hashtag in. Adderall.
Is amped.
Yes, as a 3-better, he should be c-betting this like 100% of the time. Most of his checks are going to come from things like kings and queens and stuff.
Call.
What up, friends?
0 raises.
Is this a good or a bad term for us? Indifferent. 5 shouldn't do too much. Call. Nice pot. Call. Almost what a jam says double. Call for beats. Call for double. He changed his mind. Some people argue it makes sense to build the pot because we're 30% to hit the nuts. I mean, that means you're 70% to not hit the nuts. Why build the pot? Pure call, says friends.
It's about as easy as you could make it right there.
Someone in chat last week I was playing, he's like, I can't tell you how many times I lose these 90%ers. And someone in chat said, I'd guess roughly 10%. And I was like, I thought that was funny as hell. B-Money, Colin.
I'm going to say I've not shoved here before. Dude, a shove is the most unnecessary thing in the history. There's just no reason to jam here.
Yeah, are we jamming for value? What's worse? That's calling.
Yeah, you make worse hands fold and better call.
Are we jamming as a bluff? Don't turn top pair with enough flush draw into a blush.
And you're in position, you get to just make the decision on the river no matter what comes out and see what he does.
Only call.
Seems like the most tragic mistake to make is to just jam here.
Yeah.
It seems like literally the most pointless thing in the world to do is jam. Like easy.
What are we scared of on the river? A 7 and a 10. So 6 outs twice, like 88% of the time.
No,
you'll be fine.
You're afraid of them bombing it and you not getting there. Really, that's about the only thing. Like of them doing something on a lot of cards and just bombing it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's snap call this.
Let's do it.
Anything else is great.
Okay, folding definitely not an option. Going all in, is that a thing? I don't think so. Like I said, we either have the best of it or we don't. Why not let this person keep bluffing if they have a wide range, if they're an aggressive player, if we have top pair with the nut flush draw and we can just hang on and just call them down, right? So going all in just wouldn't be a good thing here because if we did shove, what hand would call us? Better aces. 2 pairs, sets. So it's not like we're getting called by worse. It's not like King Queen of Spades is just going to put in another 90K here. Or, Jack 10 of Spades is just going to bet call it off. So, yeah, just can't see many hands that we get value from if we do shove. So, with all that said, the only play here is to call. But this is why we check back the flop, too. Now we have our opponent thinking, maybe we don't have much here. And now they're putting money into the pot for us. Awesome. River is a brick for the flush, both flush draws, but it makes a 4-card straight. Our opponent now checks. So what should we do here? Should we check? Should we bet 10,000 or bet 30,000?
This is where shit gets interesting. All right, I got thoughts.
Me too.
Oh, fuck you, 7 of clubs, says Meatball. I just said don't fear the Reaper. 7 of clubs. 30K for kept for value. Check for Sea Ranger. Check for friends. Ugh, fuck me.
Betting small seems like danger. Mafia. What are we doing?
Check back our equity, says Beats. Don't turn ace into a bluff. Check. Everybody checking.
I'd rather get information at opponent.
Everybody checking. B-money checking.
Everybody's checking?
Everybody's checking.
Cool, wait a minute.
Don't turn your ace into a bluff. Don't turn your ace into a bluff. Beats heard me saying that in study group earlier in the week.
Cool, Bane is going check. So what? And everybody over there checking as well?
Checking.
30K.
Me too.
For sure, right?
1,000.
Instantly 30K.
Instantly 30K.
I am never not.
I'm not turning it into a bluff. I'm betting for value. This guy checked the flop. He's got a lot of pairs under an ace.
Betting range, and he would bet it twice.
He's got no 6s in his range, so I don't give a fuck about this 4-card straight. Right? You didn't 3-bet pre with a 6.
We also are going to have some missed draws in our range.
Yep.
Maybe he thinks he can hero with kings, queens, and jacks. I think are
Definitely
more likely in his 3-bet range as opposed to anything with the 6x or jack 10 and then specifically taking this line where he bet checks induces us in a situation where we're likely checking back and a lot in the back seat. So if this is a situation where small blind, we would check a lot in the back seat. Everybody in chat's checking, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to lead to like these people betting for value, bet turn, bet river as well. I would just bet here because you may think we're just turning have some missed draws or some worse hands and find a hero call. Since we're going to be betting here pretty polar when we have it or we don't. So he finds some hero calls.
Double said, be worried about getting jammed on. When I call if I get jammed on. Fuck no, I'm not calling if I get jammed on. It's never a bluff. But I also think we never get jammed on. Like, what hand checks flop, calls turn, check jams, river? Like, that's just not a line.
Well, and
it's
then
not a line we're facing.
Yeah, and we also have to take into consideration he has a 3-bet range as well that we need to have some 6 and some jack 10. And also to combine the fact that he took the line with those hands as well, it just seems just highly
Easy
fucking
bet for value for
unlikely.
me. No
Yeah,
small
me too.
betting in position on the river is another thing. Good
Not
point, Monkey
joking.
Man.
I mean, I'm not afraid to get put in a tough spot because I could even maybe find a call versus an aggro who took a line that makes no sense. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and check and see if
Everybody
Tristan
checking.
agrees.
Let's find out.
All right. If
Oh,
you pick check,
Tristan. Now we got to run it.
you were right. This is a spot where we now can't go for value.
Sure we
If
can.
the river would have been a heart, if the river would have been a 4, if the river would have been an ace, if the river would have been another
think
brick,
he's
maybe it's a spot
checking
where
an
we
ace
could
on the
go
flop in a
for
spot
a
like
little
this
thin
ever?
value. Third pot, quarter pot, 50K, whatever. Excuse me, not 50K, 10K, a fifth of the pot. That would have been fine because maybe we can still get called by kings, queens, jacks, or some worse hands like, king 9 suited if it 3-bet or something. But in this instance, I don't think we want to really have value bets just because of the board run out. Like, if we had 2 pair or a set,
Out of
that's
here,
different.
Tristan.
But with just
He's probably
ace
right.
high,
He could be right for sure.
I think we got to just knuckle back and take our showdown value. So if you did decide to bet here, I think betting small, 10,000, I gave you 5 points. Betting
Oh,
30,000
opening it
should
for
be the
10?
thing. But either way, this is just a spot where we want to realize our showdown and see where we're at. So
I love it.
the big story here is calling the 3-bet and then checking back the flop. And then everything else is kind of standard. Not the best run out for us to get value, but it doesn't matter. We got 16K from this person on the turn. Now we just see if we have the best of it, which I'm sure we do most of the time. And we check back. They show king, jack of spades.
Never
and
get called by
you
that
win the
either.
spot.
And it seems
Hopefully
like
you enjoyed this quiz. Tristan Wade.
I'm running it right now.
See,
no, he makes sense because I don't think big bet even really gets called in a polar spot. Like kings and queens and all those hands probably overfold and don't even hero on boards like this when they're so wet and we only get called by better and we're opening up too much. I kind of agree.
This is pretty
After
interesting.
his
Ace 4,
explanations, I think
Ace
so.
Jack, Ace 10, all pure check.
Yep. It makes
Ace
sense.
Jack
It's
and
too
Ace
weak.
10 is surprising.
Yeah, it feels too thin and it makes sense. I agree with him. After
Where do
he
you play
says,
Ace King? I don't think
"Oh."
Ace King 3-bets pre and then just checks flop. Like, what the fuck?
Yep, well played. We swished it. My man Bane came in clutch for the Mafia and switched it. Well done, my man. Thank you.
We got
Okay.
robbed, Army. We got robbed because we switched it to, and now we got to go to a coin flip.
Oh, shit, the coin flip. I like your chances. Hold on.
Hey, Kachas, thank you for the comments. Says Toe Sixes. Want to thank you both for the study opportunities. Fucking fantastic content. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you guys for the support, man.
I love his turn bet. I think he should have followed through. If you want the honest truth, when we check flop, he should turn his king jack into a bluff. My opinion.
All right, let's see. Did you roll it?
I did not. I was waiting for you. Did someone call it?
All right. Did you heads or tails, Bane? If you are new here, we flip it when there is an instance of a tie between both players. So first person to call it wins. Tails, he called it.
All right, let's do it. Tails it is.
Is it?
It is.
You knew we were winning that flip. The good thing is, the Mafia, we win a lot of flips. We run super good over here. We run super good over here. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, love it. Well done, my man. Make sure to whisper me, and I got you, man.
Our first loss of the day, yes.
Sometime
contrast.
before-
But we only did two, so there's that.
All right, yeah, we got time for one more, and then I gotta head to back-to-back birthday parties, kids'
Oh,
birthday
Jesus.
parties. Yeah, help me.
Dude, I was trying to
Get
get
shut
fucking breakfast the other day in LA, and I guess every school in Los Angeles had graduation. So I went to 4 restaurants, and every one of them had a minimum hour wait. I was like, what the hell?
God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
New giveaway keyword.
Sorry, I was doing the money I owe monkey. May I? New keyword. 12th on the win for 20K. Nice one.
Ooh, shit. Congratulations. Beast got 12th in the win?
Beats friend won 20K, and now they're going to party.
Damn. That's sick. Congrats.
Yeah.
Swish is the keyword. We're just
Swish is the keyword.
This is like one of the last things I've seen in chat. Swish.
You just want to do this jail quiz, 1671?
Yeah, we have to do like one more, then I'll have to shower up and go to this kid birthday party. Cool. Which one were you saying?
1671.
Yeah, the Queen 9 of Diamonds, the Big Dunna. Swish in the chat. Give him a minute to get in. Swish and flick. What up, C-Lo Pro? What's good, bro? What's up, Lowe's?
Took care of that one.
Cool, yeah, we got people in there as well. I'll see you in there, Lowe's. What's up? Why no?
All right, I've paid everybody. How do you collect a dollar
again
on Global? I got... Wait. You know how to collect a dollar on Global? I don't know what you mean there, Tina.
Don't they have that? I have no idea. Isn't it your account somewhere you just click for a bonus or something like that?
I think you said you wanted a Swish ticket or a scrimmage ticket.
That's annoying.
And I don't think you can collect the dollar amount. I think you have to play the ticket. But that's what you're asking, Tina.
Oh. Swish in the chat. This is... There it is. All right, you guys are in there. There you go. I didn't see you before. All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, running it. Bang! Only friends. Closing the action. The free dollar, and I collected it.
Hey.
I have no idea about that, Tina. You're not going to do it up with GPL. Monkey Man with the gift sub. Thank you, buddy.
Let's go, police. Represent. Good to see you. Good morning. And happy you're representing. 1671. Queen 9 suited. Fun hand. Let's play it.
All right, let's do it.
Here we have Queen 9 of Diamonds in the big blind facing a raise from the hijack. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 9,000, or re-raise to 12,000?
Queen 9 suited facing an open from the hijack. What do we do? Yeah, I've never collected one of those free bonuses. Oh, you're telling me. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't collect the free stuff from Global. I have too much money on Global as it is right now.
Bang, call.
We got a call from Meatball. Call from Beats. Yep, call. Call. What up, Crisco? There's a raise. Sue Ranger raising to 9.
I can raise Queen 9 O's. O's nose.
Jesus, I suck at this. I fucking been gone for a week. I forgot to how to use GTO Trainer or GTO Wizard.
Yeah, we've been I've been on it like
I was looking at cash game strategy all the time. It's like I thought I changed it.
See, look, yeah, we use it nonstop. If I did raise, it would be 12K. I still 3-bet. Well, this would be a 3-bet in position. Yeah. All right, cool.
Got a couple of 9Ks out there, mostly calls though.
You know what?
What's Friends doing? Call. Got it.
Yeah, we were looking at this. A lot of our suited 9X can be mixed as a 3-bet, especially to EP when you're 3-betting like the under the gun opening, you want to have these 9x suited 9x hands because they unblock the bottom, their ace 10s, their king jack off, queen 10 off, stuff like that you can just fold out that they don't call 3-bets with. And it has pretty good playability as well. So yeah, you would use a hand like this as a 3-bet here. I'm not certain here. Maybe it would mix as well and go. I would only go 12. I would never.
I was gonna say you don't go 9K out of position.
Hell no. So I mean, I do wonder if we can mix this. If you do it, I love it.
Call versus.
I'd probably mix this sometime, knowing our strategy to 3-bet includes using a lot of suited 9x to fold out some of the bottom of their range. Mm-hmm. But here, I mean, cool. I didn't even look. But yeah, let's go ahead and call and see what Felice, see if JL likes it. Let's do it.
Cool. Friends calling. Let's do it.
I think this is just a pretty easy call. Folding is clearly out of the question. I also do not like re-raising small to something like 9,000 because then the hijack's going to be getting amazing odds to call. And presumably whatever they opened was reasonable from the hijacks. They're going to call a lot in position with a hand that is pretty good, which is not what we want. We'd much rather them fold some portion of the time. Let's just consult the GTO chart. I imagine it's going to say you can mix it up with this type of hand and other big suited connectors. You're going to find those are often the ones that do 3-bet as a quote-unquote bluff, then value bet, whatever you want to call it, from out of position, from the big blind. And
the king 9.
Queen 9 suited, 3-bets 28% of the time.
Yep.
And you'll find that hands in this vicinity often are most of your 3-bet bluffs when you're playing kind of deep stacked. But I usually call. Whatever. We call. 9-7-7. All right. Should we check, bet 3,000, bet 6,000, or bet 9,000?
Hey, Devil, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it.
We called. We're just always checking the aggressor. Are we leading here? This is a lead board. Should we leave that open?
Leave it open, yeah. I mean, somebody might lead. I mean, we have a lot of different great poker minds out here. Who's leading? Where the 5 heads at?
Oh, B-Money. B-Money said one-size dunk.
Yeah, see, people are leading this spot. I mean, I know if I'm playing against somebody in games, somebody is definitely leading into me.
Yeah, they lead small here. They always do on these paired boards.
Yeah, I definitely see it. I definitely see it in game. So I want to very good for the big blind range. So are you insinuating you're going to lead? Check for CeeLo, check for shot as well.
I know what I'm doing. Lead for 3K. There's Beats.
Beats is leading for 3K?
Beats will step into the bear trap.
My dude.
Lots of calls. Only Beats. Beats the only one.
Tina's been timed out and nuked her entire time bank. So, I mean, Felice, it's gone. She checked. Cool.
Friends is checking range.
Check.
Yeah. No talk leads here.
And if you do, it might be a very, very small frequency, and it might be not like care.
No. I almost said what I was going to do, but if I say what I'm going to do, it'll give away later streets, so I'm not going to say anything. But check for sure right here.
I'm 33% betting here. I usually bluff when I have a better hand than that miss. So this balance, maybe versus population, it plays poorly versus it.
These leads never work. You just get floated by ace and king high, and then you're lost on the turn.
Or they're uncapped, right? They still have all the better hands.
Yep.
I don't know. You have to be committed to. I don't even know. Like you're up against an uncapped range that still has all the overpairs in it. Maybe not all the 7. Some players still have some 7x in opening range here as well, especially from the hijack. So I don't know. I'm only checking here. So.
Me too.
And rage analogy is in the big one. And let's see. Check
never a big one. When you're donk leading, it's almost never a big bet anyway. It's always going to be a small bet for almost always.
For the most part, yeah.
All right. Check.
All right. Yep.
When you are playing very deep stacked, and especially when you're playing against good opponents, you definitely do not want to have a leading range on any board. The main times you want to have a leading range, at least from a GTO point of view, is when you are somewhat shallow stacked. And winning the pot immediately is highly valuable, right? And also when you don't really mind getting it in with a lot of marginal-ish made hands. And right here, if I lead and get raised, it is awful, right? Because now I have a very clear marginal made hand and I could easily be crushed. That said, this board is at least somewhat reasonable to lead on because we have a whole lot of 7s in our range, and our opponent does not have so many 7s. I mean, go back and look at our pre-flop range, right? We have a lot of 7s in here, a lot of 7s in here. Whereas if you look at the hijack raising range, let me show you, they actually are not going to have a whole lot of 7s, right? No offsuit 7s.
Yep, a handful of them, yeah.
Right? So this is a spot where we definitely do have a nut advantage, but the opponent's going to have a big range advantage because they have all the overpairs. Whereas the big blind calling range does not contain a whole lot of overpairs, right? So this is a spot where they have the range advantage, but we have the nut advantage. So they're going to be betting frequently and small in this scenario, or perhaps even infrequently in this scenario. And this is a spot we just don't get to bet because we don't have the range advantage. When you don't have the range advantage, and maybe you have the nut advantage, but your opponent does have some nuts too, you can't get away with leading. So we check. Opponent checks it back. Turn is the 10 of spades. All right. Should we check, bet 3,000, bet 6,000, or bet 9,000?
This took a spin that I didn't expect. I expected a small
Expected a C bet, and then you were going to check raise.
Dude, yeah, somewhere in there. I was like, yeah,
that's what I was going to do.
6K for Chuck now. Is that 9K for this street near True Goat? What now? 9K in the pot. They check to us. An overcard to our second pair. Check, call down, Raging Al says.
3K for friends.
6.
Stabbing at it. Check for Monkey May I. Everybody check him except for our contestant. Only friends. Betting 3K.
Even I don't get to check raise and the board still fine. I lead big. Oh. CeeLo Pros just tracking Sojo going 3K. Everybody waking up as the stream's about to end. I'm leading my bluffs here too. So you're just going to have marginal made hands and bluffs as your lead. Sun 6K makes sense.
9K for Tina.
Yeah, Felicia is going 6.
6.
Yep.
Okay.
What are you guys
friends
doing?
going 3.
Okay.
I'm checking.
Check. You betting for value? Marginal made hand? We betting
and the
for
10's a
value,
bad
or
card.
is
Most
it
people
bluff?
open paint type hands. All the paint type hands hit this in some way.
So I said, you'll wear my
Yeah,
dress.
if you were to
It's
look at his
beautiful."
rank instruction now he has offsuit
Yeah,
10x in his
well,
opening range. Right? Like he was showing in the charts just a moment ago, where he's going through the opening range. Sure, they don't have any offsuit 7x, but you know what they do have? Offsuit 10x.
Yep.
In that range. And when you bet here, I guess you're gonna go small, so you don't get owned because you don't know what else to do.
Yep.
Or you go small and then check and then you become shook on the river, and maybe I don't know. I think
You betting for value or you betting as a bluff? You're betting for value. What's worse? It's calling. Not a lot of. If you're betting as a bluff, what's better that's folding?
Yeah,
Nothing.
But maybe he does want to go small here and something. It feels like just a check to me, but I mean, I would love to see if he does bet here and some of the reasons why, and maybe just gives ourselves easier river decisions where we don't get owned. But it feels like a check, but maybe we do bet for that reason. Let's go ahead and go 6K because that's what Felice is doing. I think if we're going to bet, go small, but maybe we do just go big here with this portion of our range because he capped his range. So, you ready?
Ready to go.
This turn is pretty bad. We really just did not want an ace, a king, a jack, or a 10 to come on the turn. If we didn't get one of those cards, we'd almost certainly just start betting for value / protection, but the opponent's got a whole lot of 10s when they check it back. Like ace 10, king 10, queen 10, jack 10 are all hands that may just decide to check it back on the flop. And also if the opponent does have an unpaired hand, like say ace 5 suited or king 6 suited, they may start bluffing. So this is a spot where I think we have a pretty easy check. Like on the flop, if you told me you really wanted to lead with some hands, I mean, I guess this one's not one of the first ones I would lead with. I'd lead with draws and 7s, but like whatever. On this turn though, I think we don't need to be betting this turn because this turn, even though it is like okay for my range, the opponent's gonna have a lot of 10s in their range too. So I think we definitely want to check. If we are gonna bet, we probably want to go for a small bet but I'm just not betting here. I'm checking every time. I would bet with sevens and draws again in this scenario. I'm betting pretty polarized. River's a 9. We have almost the nuts. Okay. Should we check? Bet 3,000, bet 6,000, or bet 9,000?
It's funny, he said almost the nuts. I was like, what are you talking about? This is the stone nuts. But I guess they could have sevens and pocket tens. I guess.
True. As played, too?
I guess.
Man.
This is the fucking nuts, Jonathan. Get out of here.
So City, Dro City, bet
He checked again, too, on the
9.
turn, right?
Yeah,
There's no chips in this pot.
Sir, there's nothing here.
This is
Man.
a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, you're just, I know what you're thinking. I mean, kind of like, nah, we'll wait.
Look at me asking if we can polarize.
Reginald going 1,500.
9K, he is polarizing.
One big blind. Could have some air, right? Well, I've seen some one big blind shit. We see it sometimes.
Huckleberry loves that one big blind.
Yeah,
stuff
we
in
do
spots
it,
like
but I
this.
think it's a shower. I mean, we do it sometimes.
9K for friends. Curious? We will look full of it. We look full of quack. Well played, friends. Well played.
People for more than you would believe. 6K.
Ron says 3K.
Pros.
Nothing more. Nothing less.
9
Lots of
for
nines
a
in my chat, though.
Chuck going 9. Just 3x the river looks bluffy as fuck. Just 3x the river looks bluffy. 27K.
7K. 3x pot. Lots of nines. Lots of nines. Marlon with the 3K. Everybody else doing 9.
Nine lead 9K. All right, Felice is going 9.
Okay. Friends going 9 as well.
So
Not going 9. I would polarize in these spots a lot, except here's the thing. This guy is capped as fuck. Like, what are we targeting? In my opinion, we're targeting like ace and king high, which means either check or 3K. And I'm leaning 3K.
yeah, it feels like we can't. When the board double pairs, I just don't know if ace high.
And he checked it all the way down. Like, he's got he's got 8s. I mean, that's what we're targeting. 8s.
Feels bad to check because he never
6 has
bets
got
and he
negated.
never calls the check raise. I mean, I do feel inclined to be kind of like Polar here, and he might just feel obligated to call with ace high when so many hands bluff and shit. I don't know. This is kind of an interesting one. Like, how I want him to call. He feels super capped, going 3K and praying to God he just spazzes or calls.
Stabs ace high.
Yeah. When he goes 9K, we're extremely polar. We have a lot of junk in our range. And maybe we would need to go 9K if we had like 2, 3, 4, 5 or something since it checked down to get maximum full. So maybe it is just 9K because we're going to have like our range is super fucking wide. We have dog shit here a lot. So we just go 9K with those as well. Like, he just doesn't bluff a lot here either.
Yeah, it's totally fair. I mean, it's totally fair. And I would polarize here a lot. I just think this is so capped that we're targeting 8s and ace high.
But if you got here with like just stone trash,
I would bet.
Like, you defend it like 5, 6 of spades or something like that.
Sure, no showdown. Yeah, I bet. But can you bet?
Boom, big, right?
Can you bet 6 and still get those things to fold? Man. Yeah, maybe
I mean,
I would go 9. Maybe I would go 9 in those scenarios.
With your bluffs. Yeah, if you had a stone bluff here, I think you would go 9.
Yeah.
You would never go 3.
No.
And I think you would want to be very polar here since our range is so wide.
It's true. So maybe check or 9 is the best way to go.
Yeah, maybe check, yeah.
The problem with checking is that, like, this guy hasn't bet ever, so he's not fucking betting the river either.
And then when he does
so that takes check out.
And then you check raise, and does he find a call ever?
No, never.
Okay. Yeah. 9K, polar. All right, let's see. I like it, Felice.
I can get behind
that.
that.
Hopefully we're right.
I mean, it makes sense. That's what the standard is. Let's find out.
Let's do it.
There are some times where you do want to check the nuts to your
I would be
opponents.
polar.
And that's primarily in times where they are
dog
going to be
shit.
betting very frequently. Do we have a reason to
Had
think
this
the
gone
opponent's going to bet in this
call,
spot
check,
frequently?
check, turn, I definitely
And
would have bet
I would
9.
venture to say absolutely not. We have no reason at all to think this guy's going to bet because he almost certainly has ace high, right? Ace high is a hand that's definitely going to check back the flop, definitely going to check the turn, definitely going to check the river. He may have a hand like pocket twos that would go for a bluff on the river, but even then, some people just don't even bluff. So I think this is a spot where we just want to bet the majority of the time. If you told me you wanted to check some small fraction of the time, I'd say sure. Next question becomes, how much should we bet? And typically when you have the nuts, you usually want to go for a big bet most of the time, mixing these hands into your small bet some portion of the time. But as a default, your super nuts usually want to go on the bigger side.
Standard.
So I think we just want to go big. 9,000 seems very viable to me here. If the opponent does have ace high, they may decide to hero call. If they have a random pair like pocket eights or weird slow played pocket jacks or even a 10 that decided to check it back, those hands are always going to call.
Whoa.
And if they have nothing like an under pair or king high, they're probably just going to fold, right? So this is a spot where the opponent's range is almost entirely bluff catchers or garbage at this point. And when that's the case, if we check, they're just going to check it back. Makes no sense. And if they have bluff catcher, if your opponent's a good, strong battling player, they will find some calls with their bluff catchers. And my opponent's playing $10,000 tournament, probably good, strong player, right? So I like a big bet of about 9,000. I think once you start going bigger than 9,000, by the way, you're going to start to get stuff like ace high to fold. And I definitely think ace high and marginal pairs are going to be the majority of the opponent's range. So given that's what we're trying to target, I think we need to go something like pot. I would definitely not go for a medium bet all that often with this hand, but I would go for a tiny bet some portion of the time. I could definitely get behind a one big blind bet some portion of the time with thin value hand, probably stuff like pocket eights, bad tens, etc., and mix in some nines. But for the most part, this hand just wants to bet big. We do go for the big bet. We do get called, and we win.
Ace queen. He threw it in the muck. Yeah, we don't. I mean, he's not gonna have to show his hand. He throws his shit in the muck since he called us, but we did it, and we had a 32. The turn kind of hurt us, but 32. How did we do?
Swish for friends.
You son of a bitch with that.
Got 'em.
Good job.
Way to go, friends. Well done. I like sticking
Good
with
job,
standard play
friends.
than I can. The river makes a lot of sense. He's so capped, he's only calling when he is, so get the most.
Yep, he's so capped, he's only calling when he is, and I think our boss would need to...
He did say like mixing in a small bet some small portion of the time. But
yeah, for sure.
9 is definitely the best one.
Awesome. That's going to do it. I went after 2. It's birthday party time for me. But thank you guys for joining today and being patient with us with the little mix-up to start the stream. Genuinely appreciate the support. And yes, that was Mr. Little you heard there, Grinding Stacks. This is Jonathan Little's coaching site, and we do this every Saturday at noon Eastern. We've been doing it for a few years now. We had a span of having guests on. It's been a while, but that will continue one day. But yeah, exclamation point PC in the chat. If you are interested in this stuff, you can get 20 to 25 free quizzes just for creating an account, I believe. So if you guys like these quizzes and you want to do this stuff on your own, you can just create an account and get 20 to 25 free and some other stuff as well. So do that. And let me make sure to give my man GodsBigToe a shout out as well, since he's back, which means it's time to get back to work.
Hurry up. You'll be here soon. So then all we do is work.
No, dude,
things we forgot. PC Discord. In my chat, Discord in Six's chat for you get a link to sign up to the Poker Coaching Discord. Totally free, totally open to the public. 4 study groups a week. Another one with me and Six's that's a little bit more in depth than this one. So check all of that out. Cash command in there for Sixes. And if you've enjoyed this stream, you want to see any of the ones we've done in the past, even the ones with the guests that Sixes was mentioning. We've had Greg Raymer, Ben Andrew, we've had Fat Train, we've had Jesse Sylvia, we've had Faraj Daka, we've had Evan Jarvis, we've had Matt Affleck, we've had all these people. You can go check those out on the YouTube channel, !YouTube in the chat. And then you are good to go.
Yeah, and guys, I'm trying to get we're having a lot of fun in the Thursday study stream. It's growing as well. So, and I think we've been doing a lot of good work. Some students been having good results in there. So make sure to check us out in the Thursday one. I am gonna start going a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna extend it to 2 hours
Oh,
or an
shit.
hour and a half every week to try to put in more work as well. So it was an hour. I think I'm gonna add an extra 30 minutes.
You always go an hour and a half, anyways.
I do. I know. I was like, I may as well just officially make it an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we'll do that. And yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see how that goes. And hopefully you guys are there and we can have fun. But who do kick this
I was thinking about DD.
Oh, Dramatic DJ's back. Hell yeah, kick it off to DD. I love that cat. All right, guys. Good luck this weekend. And stay safe out there. Play good. And make sure to show Dramatic DJ some love, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.